Okay. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Minecraft. Let me adjust the mic here. There we go. Thought I'd hop on and do a surprise stream for y'all. So it's not a good day to record videos because I've got the work phone with me, but I figured and I was up early, obviously, because of the work phone calls. I figured I'd use the time as efficiently as possible here and bring y'all along for the ride. So, there's a few things that we can get onto today. There's one main thing that I'm thinking of here, and that's just getting some sounding pickaxes going here. What was the recipe for sounding as like its own standalone enchantment here? Okay, so it uses sensus and ingis, and the instability is moderate. Okay, so we would probably need several jars of the stuff. Let's see, well, 33% of that is 15 or something. So it's not as expensive as the putting refining on tools, but it's not the cheapest thing in the world either. Sensus and ingis, let's keep that in mind here. I just want to double check the infernal furnace because I feel like no, I didn't leave the minecart here. Okay, I'm a bit paranoid that I might have left the minecart here by mistake. Why is this block made out of wood? Does my broadcast not have any stone bricks? Apparently not. That's a frame drop. Alright. I guess I could just use this to get into the base real quick. Nope. Looking over at chat and almost dying. Why is there a workbench right here? Oh, yeah, I need to update the rest of the base to go with the new color scheme too. Yeah. You know, maybe we could have areas like this where it makes a little bit more sense to have the spruce planks on the ground because you've got the bookshelves right here and the textures go together quite nicely. Unless you wanted to install like a texture pack that made bookcases have this on the top. That'd be interesting. Yeah, well, anyways, let's dump off the inventory here. Apparently I've got some stone and glass on me, but not for much longer. Not if I have anything to say about it. Let's see, stone can go in there, and glass can go in here. Clean inventory. You gotta love it. Yeah, so that was ingis and sensus. Alright. And what was the other items there? So just any enchanted book will do the trick, and an empty map. Okay. Those recipes aren't too bad. What's this? Auto. I didn't realise that was right there. What we can do is take these two, grab some Essentia tubes, and pull the Essentia out of there. Because this one with the label on it has more suction than the jar that doesn't have a label. So it can actually pull Essentia out of jars like that, and we got ourselves an extra jar. Very cool. We're actually running out of space here in the this room for Essentia. We need to have a proper spot to put it because we're kind of stacking our different Essentia types here. So this is not enough space for us, unfortunately. Yeah, let's have a look at the Sensus situation. We've got 73. And then in use we have, wow, really basically nothing? Oh, wow. Okay, well, let's take a look at Sensus here. What is there that has a lot of Sensus inside it? Like carrots or something that I can think of straight away. But let's see if there's anything a bit more mundane. We'll start at the back here. Detector rails. Carpet actually, not too bad. I do have an unlimited supply of string. Purple, clay. Arcane levitators. Yeah, right. White glazed terracotta. Yeah, I need to use some of this for building because it looks really, really bizarre and cool. It's hard to believe that that's vanilla Minecraft right there. Beds. Your wool looks like it's a pretty good source. Bone meal, actually. Carrots, here we go. Carrots. Chorus fruit, if you have been to the end. Spider eyes, actually. I've got like a stupid amount of spider eyes. We could burn those down. Yeah, I think spider eyes is probably slightly better for our situation. Dyes work, glowstone, ink sacs. There's actually a lot of things that have sensus inside them. And obviously all these are different plants too. Yeah, okay, well I think we want to take a trip down to the old spider grinder there. Grab some spider eyes. Bring them back here. And burn them down for Essentia. Because we'll get mortus out of that as well. Like if I look at carrots here. Yeah, carrots have weak tooth and error, but those are a bit more common Essentia types. I'd rather use up the spider eyes while I can get some rarer Essentia types. Something that I've done off camera here is dig this tunnel all the way down to 0, 0 in the world. So, and then obviously, and then I dug straight up. So I've got like a an entrance to this mine at X and Y 0, 0 in the world. Let's just bring a good amount of these. I actually had a bunch at the base already, but so 5 per. Let's see. Let's do the maths on that. If a jar holds 250. 250 divided by 5 is 50. So basically like a stack of these does a jar. Now, how many jars do you think I need to do sounding? Probably not that many. Well, let's bring this and see how we go. We'll probably also want to make some alumentum here, seeing as we're burning down this much. Stocking up on Essentia? Yeah, we definitely are paranoid. It's good to see you, man. I'm doing good. How are you? So we're gonna burn down these spider eyes, get some sensus Essentia. We also need Ignis Essentia as well, actually. What has Ignis inside it? That's easy to find. Let's have a look. Torches. Pretty efficient. Clay, maybe. Pickaxe at the core. Oh, coal's got 10. So a coal is just base coal is more efficient than torches. So looks like coal's gonna be the one. Or gunpowder maybe if you had like a mob farm. But yeah, I've got plenty of coal at the base, so can just break some of that down with a fortune pickaxe. I'm not sure if you guys have seen my stockpile of coal ore. It's actually pretty insane. But yes, welcome to the stream, Baranoid. It's good to see you. It's been a long time since I streamed here on Twitch. It's been about 3 weeks here since the last stream, I think. It's a little bit embarrassing, but I've been working a lot on the YouTube channel and life in general. So my coal ore, where is that? It's in this chest here. So this is all the coal ore that I've got saved up. It's getting close to a chest here. Not sure how many blocks that is. Blocks of coal. I mean, not sure how many blocks of coal ore it is, to be honest, but it's a lot. It's more than we need reasonably. But yeah, we need to get some alumentum here. If we're going to be burning down a lot of these, we need some alumentum. You also need to keep an eye on the taint in this chunk. It's building up again, despite the, oh my god. Oh my god, 81.7? How have I not generated another flux rift by now? 81.7 taint in this chunk. Only 51V available. That's pretty bad. We're like inches away from making another flux rift here, basically. Yeah, well, so it goes, I guess. Yeah, so if we want to make some alumintum, what was the recipe for that again? I hardly ever make the stuff, so I always forget the recipe. Okay, potentia, ironically enough, ignis, and perditio. Well, I've got plenty of these essentias. Just need the ignis. Okay. Well, we can get that out of coal. Actually running out of coal blocks here. Wow. Let's get a good amount of this. Just break it all down. We'll work with this for now. You're reading through Terry Pratchett's City Watch series. Nice. Nice. Oh, I think I read one, or tried to read one Terry Pratchett book before, or if I got one as a gift. I can't remember what it was, though. But technically, I'm partway through reading Dune, Frank Herbert, at the moment. And it's been a while since I opened the book, to be honest, but keen to get back into that at some point here. It's just I get home so late from work, I just want to brush my teeth and go to bed. I think I have like one piece of alumintum. No, looks like I burned it down. Okay, well, we do have just barely enough essentia to make a piece of alumintum here. Don't fall out the tower. Okay. I guess you right click this. Okay. So we can use this to burn down some more coal here. Let's see. This will probably last for a couple of stacks of items, this alumintum. Like, we can actually investigate that here. See how good it is. We're probably going to open a flux rift today. But such is the price. I am prepared for the consequences. It's not like we haven't done this before, right? Should probably keep an eye on the chunk here. Oh, you can't see this. No, you can't see it. And the what do you call it? Dude, it's like even with 3 of these things on here, it still generates like taint, man. I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense from like a developmental standpoint, from like an understanding standpoint. You don't want to let the player just completely neutralize taint. Like, I understand that, I guess. Oh, the night approacheth. Let's see. Yeah, I want to go ahead and scan the moon here. I've been trying to do that off camera here. Put this block up here so that when it rains or snows, there isn't just like this one block going all the way down to the bottom of the base. Okay, got ourselves a first quarter research note. Very nice. How are you doing? Basically, I'm going to fill this up 32 at a time here. So we started with like a full stack in there. This way we'll be able to determine fairly easily how much it used up. Okay, so it's through half a stack. The slow part is the drain out of the internal slurry storage there. So if you were doing kind of the meta build for your smeltery, you want to have those slurry pumps. But obviously, if you don't have these, you're generating even more taint. So the way that I solved this in the TC5 playthrough is I actually did all of my Essentia generation in the nether. I had a little nether outpost where we burned stuff down there. It's definitely the slow part. If you wanted to be more efficient with your Alumintum, that would probably be the way to go, but if you are going to be burning stuff down here in the overworld, you don't want to, like, ruin your base by having all this taint turn into, like, another flux rift. So exactly how much does it go up whenever taint does come out? We can take a look at that. It's 85.7 right now, and it goes up to, went up to 86, but then it went back down to 85. So the taint, so it looks like it goes up by 1 point, but then it sometimes, not all the time, will go into a surrounding chunk. Okay, so it looks like that burned down. Well, actually, coal is not really an accurate measure, I guess. Well, it's because it's got 10 and 10. But suffice to say, so it burned down. What is that, like a stack plus... It burned down like almost a stack of coal. Not completely. But yeah, okay. And these are about to fill up here. Let's get, we need to get some jars to actually contain all this Essentia. Perditio, I guess we can... Well, we are going to want to make some more alumentum here anyway, but let's head over here and pick this stuff back up. Oh yeah, I think I think all of our alembics are full now. That's a full jar of potentia. I've already got one here. I'm starting to store my full jars in here. Like I've got 19 Terra jars here. Completely full. The cool thing is that at least the full jars stack. So there it's actually quite efficient to store the Essentia. Anyway. Let's see. Yeah, so that's all of the Potentia out now. Let's get our spare jars here. Let's see. Have you considered streaming on YouTube? We talked about this on Discord before, Adam. I've signed a contract with Twitch that prevents me from doing that, but anyways, how are you today, man? Good to see you. Good to see you as well, dude. So part of the affiliate contract that you signed with Twitch prevents you from streaming on other platforms. Uploading videos is fine, but streaming is a little bit technically a breach of contract, so I'm not too keen to get into a legal tussle with Twitch over that. You know, we could try it, just to be ballsy if you want. Can't remember it's that long ago. Hey, no worries, dude. I could try it, and then get like a C&D email from Twitch. I mean, because that does make a bit more sense for my audience. The majority of my audience actually is over on YouTube. So yeah, it makes sense in 2021, sure. You know what, we should probably just try it. Screw it, let's just get the C&D letter. Alright, anyways, yeah, I would like to make some alumentum here. Let's get this Potentia. So we want to make like a shit ton of this stuff, basically. Let's see, how much do you think? Well, if I've got like a full jar of this, let's actually get a full jar of Potentia here. I'm not sure if that's going to be enough Potentia, but I've got a full jar of this as well. Let's get that down too. So let's do the maths on this. We've got 250. Each of these requires 10 per, so I can make, is that 25? Okay, let's get 25 going. I've never made this much alumentum at once before. Making a freaking alumentum factory, boys. How are we doing for taint in this chunk, by the way? 86.7, yes, we're holding steady at 86. Apparently I haven't scanned Alumintum until now. Oh, I hadn't scanned Celestial Notes. Well, I have now. I could probably make this go a little bit faster, actually. If I stick this right here, because then... No. There we go. So that should go a little bit faster because the Essentia only has to travel the one block. Hello, Kiroka. You got Nintendo Online and you're currently playing A Link to the Past. You know what that reminds me of? I need to actually disable my Nintendo Online subscription. I still have that active, rather embarrassingly. Even though I haven't played Nintendo... I haven't turned my Switch on in months, to be honest. I probably need to turn it on just to get some firmware updates. How are you today, Kiroka? Good to see you, man. It's good to see the Twitch crowd coming out strong for the return to the stream here. Thank you very much, everybody. Got about 10 to go. So right now we're just making some alumentum. This is a sort of the meta fuel in Thaumcraft. It's made from coal. And it's slightly more potent, but it has a few special effects with some of the machines in Thaumcraft, some of the mod specific machines that you can make. Like it works slightly more efficiently with the smeltery over here that we have. So yeah, this first part is just getting the fuel. That's all we're doing today, just getting the fuel to do the actual burning down here. And I believe you could actually throw these. In Thaumcraft 2, you used to have to make an item called a singularity. But I think Azanor removed that to where you can just throw these without having to make them. They kind of work like a grenade too, if you just want to throw it. We should try that out at some point. That'd be fun for a video, just to try it. Yeah, so this could be pretty good for PvP. Yeah, so anyway, we've got the fuel now, so let's see. This has actually got less Essentia content than coal, so we could probably burn down like maybe like 2 stacks of spider eyes here. Well, we'll see. Let's put that in. I imagine this one alumentum will do quite well. Let's see. So this gauge here on the left that's filling up is the internal storage. This is just a mixed slurry of all the different essentias that are contained here. If I hold shift over these spider eyes, we can see the different essentias that it contains. 5 of the sensus, which is what we want. Mortus is that red one there. That's just a bit of a rarer essentia that I don't have much of. That's why I'm burning down the spider eyes, just because it's got some exotic essentia types that you don't normally see. So the internal storage slowly filters out into these blocks up here. These are called alembics, and these are what you use to distill the essentia off properly. You can't take it from in here. You have to wait for the machine to send it up into the alembics. This is obviously the fuel here. Nice graphic. The fuel, the actual fuel type goes down here. This is the progress bar here. And then obviously this is what you burn down here. I don't think you can actually see this little pop-up thing unless you have the goggles of revealing on. If I take my goggles off, yeah, I can't see that now. You need to have these equipped to actually see that. Goggles of revealing. Who remembers goggles of revealing from back in the day? What the heck is over here? What's this? I don't understand. Is that like a favorites page or something? But why are those items favorited? None of them are particularly interesting. Anyway. It looks like we're probably going to have enough fuel here to burn down this entire stack. So, which does make sense. The spider eyes contain less essentia than coal. So we put a stack in there, plus 32. How is the taint here doing now? 89.7, 90.7. No flux rifts generated yet. I kind of just wish we would get a move on and generate a flux rift at this point, because 53V in your chunk is pretty bad. Oh, looks like it's not gonna quite be able to break through and do a whole stack here. Okay. Yeah, there we go, it's out. Man, I just rubbed my nose right there and a huge booger came out. Holy shit, that's a big one. I mean, that's... it's almost the size of a pea. That was pretty... How did that even fit in there? Yeah, so that burned down 62 items right there. Good to know. Alright, we'll see how much Essentia we get here. We'll just let it drain out into the Alembics here. Well, I guess we can get started. We've got Sensus right there. I need to get my Bestia and Multius jars here too. Bestia's right here. Multius is over there. So it was over here somewhere. Now I know I have some. Oh, there it is. I knew I had a jar, because I had like a spare dot of Essentia. Yeah, so let's fill that bad boy up. Alright. Bestia. Nice. Yeah, and that's why I've got this little step ladder here, so I can actually get up and get the rest of these. Nice. We filled up this jar. Look at all that death right there. You gotta love it. I have my spare jars on me? Oh, I do. So we can actually get some more here. It looks like that's the end of the Sensus, actually. So we didn't even get like a full jar of Sensus out of this. My Bestia jar fill. It's full now. There's a little bit here. I guess we need to start a new jar of that. Oh, and there's a decent amount of Sensus there. There we go. I was wondering where it was. There it is. Boop. Okay. And that looks to be all of it. Yeah, so that's the entire thing burned down. Let's do another batch here. Because, well, yeah, probably a full jar of this isn't going to be enough for our uses today. So let's get another stack going here. We don't have to baby that as heavily now that we know that an Alumintum won't be able to burn down a whole stack of it here. So while that's happening, let's head downstairs. Let's turn all these back into blocks here and store them away. Actually kind of running a bit low on blocks here. Might want to take some of the coal ore that we've got and get it fortunerized. Turned into lots of coal here. Yeah, 28 blocks is kind of low. Let's see here, we filled up our Bestia jar. Okay, I should put that away. There's just not enough space to store everything. Okay. And I guess we'll take a trip down to the old research lab here and drop off these research notes, although it looks like it's about to be nighttime again, so we'll be doing a nighttime research again. Okay, and this is one of the ones that I actually needed, Lunar First Quarter. That's why I want to keep researching, because some of these I'm starting to run out of. Needing to use them for the little research mini game. alley-oop. Float our way on up here. It kind of boggles my mind still that kind of how perfectly laid out the base is unintentionally. Like everything just sort of meshes pretty well together in terms of positioning. This mountain is actually kind of a weird shape, isn't it? Sort of in like a T sort of shape. Like you've got that long bit there, then you've got this, and then you've got sort of another longish bit over here. So it's kind of like a T sort of shape. Alright, how's this doing? We're about 3/4 of the way done. Alright. Not quite filled this alembic yet, or that one. Plenty of Mortus coming through here. The Death Essentia. Like, what's its description here? Mortus. Death, yeah. So, fun fact, guys, did you know mort, M-O-R-T, mort, is the Latin word for death? And that's where you get real words in real life, such as mortal. We are all mortals, which means that we will die, basically. So yeah, there's a decent number of Latin words that have been adapted to the English language, such as mortal, ignis. It's been sort of been converted to, you know, other words like ignition in the English language. Starting a fire. Terra, obviously. Earth, aqua, water. I mean, I guess machina a little bit more too. Machine. Cognitio. Cognition. Makes sense. I mean, is instrumentum... I mean, obviously there's instrument. But then there are a few other ones that I don't think translated quite as well, like victus. Doesn't really make much sense. But I guess a motus, motion. Maybe some of these are based on like English though. But there's definitely several aspects in the game that are based on Latin. That's why I pronounce them in such a weird accent. Is because like this is how you would actually say the word if you were speaking in Latin. Mortus. Sensus. Bestia. And there's that new aspect here in TC6, Alchemia. Are there any other new aspects in base TC6? Not entirely sure, but yeah, Alchemia is a new one. He actually removed a lot of aspects from the mod. He renamed a few. I think the main thing is that, yeah, I think Alchemy is the only new one. But a few of these aspects have gone through a recolor. Like Sensus used to be bluer than this, but he made it a little wider. Mortus got a little bit redder. I think that used to be sort of like a pretty dark grey. But there's a lot of grey ones, so I can understand why he changed that. What else changed here? Cognitio got a little pinker. A few of them have had a name change. Desiderium. Oh, this can't empty out, can it? Because all the alembics are full. Oh, that's kind of funny. And this is just kind of how it is in Thaumcraft here. I guess I need a proper place to put this. Alright. I'm gonna move these two. so that I can put this here. Let's see. Yeah, don't have enough room to store everything, but what are you gonna do? Already fairly quick. You know, I built this specifically as like an early entry-level starter alchemy lab, but we're already outgrowing it here without barely even trying. Okay, let's see. Let's fill this up with Bestia. A little bit more death hanging out. Okay. Oh, you're full. Need a new jar for that. And a bit more Bestia. Wow. Okay. Where am I storing my Bestia Essentia? Oh, over here. Here we go. There we go. Sensus. Well, I've got 2 jars full of that now. And then I've got like 2 jars of this. I mean, is 2 jars going to be enough? Let's like crunch the numbers on this a little bit. So, let's head in here. So I kind of want to do an experiment with sounding. I want to have, for a YouTube video, I want to have several tools. Basically I want to have 4 tools, because I believe sounding itself caps at 4. Yeah, so we can go from 1 to 4. So I want to have 4 tools. One of them's got sounding 1, the other has sounding 2. The next one has sounding 3, and the final one has sounding 4. Because I want to experiment with the different levels of sounding to see how they work. But I believe the way that you do it, let's see, I have cracked a problem and should now be able to add infusion enchantments to most tools or weapons. Some enchantments can be applied multiple times to the same item, but each rank has an increased essentia cost. When crafted, each different infusion enchantment on the item also increases the cost. Each different infusion enchantment on the item also increases the cost by 33%. And has an increased chance of giving it the warping property. Okay. So I think I read this wrong. Because I was talking about this in the last video, buffing the pick. Where the calculated essentia that I had versus what was actually required by the infuser were different. You're not looking forward to fighting Trolldorm. Who's Trolldorm? Oh dear. Well, hopefully, I wish you the best of luck with that in either case, Kuroka. It's actually getting a little bit cold here. Let me put some gloves on. Oh, and I should say, as well, guys, I've got the work phone today, so we may get some phone calls in the middle of the stream here, and I think I'll need to take like a 15-20 minute break fairly soon here. It's kind of at the top of the hour to go do some work stuff. But anyways, yeah, increase the cost by 33%, right? So that's for each different kind of infusion enchantment. You know, this would actually be a good time to check, because the Thaumanomicon actually it does not say here. It says it has an increased essentia cost per rank, but it doesn't say how much. So this would be a good time to test that out, because we're only going to be putting 1 level of enchantment on each of these tools here. What kind of tools should we use? Is the next question. I don't want to use like diamond tools. But then you don't want to use like wooden tools or something, because... Well, maybe I should use diamond tools to figure out which one's the best, because then then if we do decide to pick a particular level of sounding to go with, at least we won't have to put the sounding on, basically have to make 2 tools. Like, we'll have them all be diamond already. So, well, 4 times 3 is 12. So that's 12 diamonds invested in this experiment. How many diamonds do I have spare? Ah, okay. Plenty is the answer. Okay, I don't think losing 12 diamonds here is going to hurt us that much. Well, we are still building ourselves up to the point to be able to make a, what do you call it? The beacon. We don't have enough blocks to make a beacon yet, definitely. But we're building ourselves up to that point. But okay. Yeah, I was just curious to see how much. So 40 times 4, that's 160. Okay. And then 60 of this. 60 times 4, 6 4 is 24, so you're like a whole jar of each of this will to get 4 with sounding 1. I need to make a bunch of empty maps too. What was the recipe for that? Empty map. The recipe for that, you could actually take a pre-done map, put some paper around it, turn it back into an empty map, or you can make a fresh one with a compass here. Okay, so they do get a little expensive in the iron department, but we've got plenty of iron here. I should probably actually burn some down. These spider eyes. I've already got a shit ton of spider eyes here. I didn't need to go grab spider eyes, did I? Is there anywhere I can put them? Right here. There you go. Have some spider eyes. I guess these are technically a potion ingredient, so it's fine to put them there. Just saves me a trip, I guess. I've still got these water jars on me. Okay. I'll put these in here. And I'm not sure what I want to do with these jars here. I guess I'll put them down for now. We'll come back for them when we're ready. Well, I still need ing yeast, don't I? Yeah, this jar completely drained. So did this one. That was just to make the, oh, I can't magnet with the, dude, I can't get over there to pick that up. Alright, I guess we'll break this. There we go. Put it back. Alright. Yeah, so these jars are completely empty. Wait. Didn't I have... Well, I know the ing yeast one was labelled. I can actually just cheat the system by putting the label right there, instead of drawing it out with Essentia, because that's a hell of a lot faster. Yeah, so I guess that Potentia jar, that probably didn't have, no, it didn't have the label on it, so it just went into our stack of normal jars there, which is fine. Okay. Yeah, but I'm gonna need much more ing yeast, so I actually need to burn down some coal here too. It's just a good source of ing yeast. Well, we know Alumintum can't make its way through an entire stack of coal, so let's get that going while we're doing other things here. Yeah, so the Alumintum won't be able to work through all this. You can shift click into this inventory. Okay. Yeah, so while that's happening, let's crunch the numbers here. Let's assume like a 33% increased cost, because I doubt it's that much. But let's say, well, obviously the first level is 60 ing yeast plus 40 of that, but 33% more of 60 is 20. So the next level would be like 80 ing yeast. Then I'd have to do it on the phone here. It's a bird. It's a phone call. Give me a sec, boys. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. You know, work. Twitch doesn't pay the bills yet. So, work comes first, I'm afraid. But yeah. All this coal's done? Yeah, not quite. I paused it, didn't I? So I didn't have time to drain. Bruh. Need like that bruh sound effect on speed dial, dude. Bruh. So what's going on with you, Myru? How are you today? How have you been the last couple of weeks? I hope we find you well. I hope you've checked out the YouTube channel. I think you said you had a bunch of episodes to catch up on. I hope you've done that. Drain! Potentia. Oh. Let's fill this jar up. At least. Zoop. Oh, this is actually filling here. Let's get this one. Use. I don't have my use jar on me. Yeah, I'm very organized. Top quality streamer. Why is nobody subbing to this guy? No. Just kidding. It's like I've been thinking the last couple of days about that, like, eternally now famous clip of that chick screaming, "Why are people subscribing to me?" Please sub. You know the clip. It's like, how do you have hours of time to watch me and not $5? She screams. And everyone's just like, okay, you've cancelled yourself. You're an episode or 3 behind. Hey, it's all good. You know, the cool thing about YouTube is that it's timeless. You can go back and just watch them like a year from now and they'll still be there. Unless I decide to take them down. Your father had surgery yesterday. Oh no! Well, I hope everything went okay. You're preparing for a flight to LA on the 24th? Oh wow. So, yeah, like, that's a big deal. Having flown, I know what it's like flying into LA. I've done that myself. I didn't stay in LA very long. I basically just stayed in the airport. It was just passing through, going to TwitchCon to San Diego. And you'll be in Cali from June to July 4th. So you're staying quite a bit longer than I did. That's one of the regrets that I have about my America trip, actually. I should have stayed like an extra week to do the tourism shit. You know? Yeah, so we probably need all the thingies and then some. Actually, just going to bring all the sensus with me too. Okay, so we're going to need this. These won't stack, will they? No, because this one's got a label on it. So that makes sense. Sensus right here. Okay, then I've got my potentia here. It's a full jar of potentia. Put that away. It's just kind of a trick just to keep yourself organized when it comes to your essentias. Okay, these two... Somehow I got these two partially filled. That's not ideal. I know how to fix that. We'll, let's see, this one's more full, so we'll stick the label there. Zoop. And then this one will slowly empty and fill into this one. And while that's happening, I'll actually go and scan the moon here. You were born into the life. Yeah. You are unable to take notes of your studies. Really? What is that supposed to mean? It means I have no paper. How come I have no paper? Where'd my paper go, dude? Where did my paper go? I'm out of paper. Shit! Well, I've got some paper. A little bit. Teeny tiny bit. Bruh. Oh, god damn it. I don't want the stars, I want the moon. I should have some more paper somewhere. Down below. Snails eat paper. This is true. You know, when I was a kid, I'd used to pick up garden snails from the garden and put them in like a little... I guess you'd call it a terrarium. Keep them there for a couple of weeks, feed them, you know, rotten lettuce, stuff like that, that we didn't cook. It's a good, child-friendly method of having pets. Where's the moon? Give me the moon! Shit! I've got all the stars, but no bloody moon. You can't look directly at the moon, because in this texture pack, or this resource pack, I guess they call them now, the moon's in the wrong place. Oh, I have a sugarcane farm. I guess you haven't been keeping up to date with the YouTube videos. Well, I'll show you the sugarcane farm here in a sec. There we go. Now that it's in the right spot, I can actually scan it. Yeah. Yeah, I'll show you the sugarcane farm here in a sec. Let me just drop off these research notes. We've got a pretty cool, albeit small, sugarcane farm where we'll be upgrading in size fairly soon. But let's go take a look at it here. Damn you, Trolldom Audio! That sounds bad. You were unsuccessful? So, here Myru is our sugarcane farm here. It's vanilla automated. Oh, perfect timing. You can see some sugarcane falling off there. Goes into here. Goes into this hungry chest. Hungry chest, this is a mod-specific chest. Basically, any entities that fall on it just get absorbed right into the chest. No hopper required. But then I have a hopper feeding out of that into just a larger storage right here. So yeah, this is just in vanilla-friendly sugarcane farm. The way it works is that once the plant grows 3 high, the observer emits a redstone signal, and that causes this entire chain here to break off. So it's really simple. Albeit not very efficient. We'll eventually be transitioning to like a golem style farm like this one over here. Oh, there's a plant right here. How long's it going to take to see it? So this is yeah, there we go. So this is like a Thaumcraft style of farm here, where you have a bunch of these invisible seals up to control what the golem does and how he works. So he just puts all the wheat in here. There's another one over there that he'll hopefully eventually spot. So yeah, this one's fully automatic. He'll harvest the crops, he'll replant the seeds, and bring all the extra stuff to this chest over here. Beautiful. If you touch it, you get bounced away from it, and the only part you can hit is the tail, and the boss arena is surrounded by a pit. I read it as arse first, so it's surrounded by arse. I mean, but what's wrong with being surrounded by arse? I mean, surely don't we all want to be surrounded by arse? At least once in our lives. I mean, good arse, obviously. You know, like, sort of Nicki Minaj, Kim Kardashian levels of arse. I'm talking about here, not you know, not Paul Blart. Some actual good arse. Anyway. Let's see about getting this infusion going here. We need to get some iron going. I'm gonna probably... we'll do a batch of iron here, so let's get like a stack. Well, I guess I've got this. You might as well take this at the same time, seeing as it's there. So normally what I do is I come into this open area over here. And I'll just put down a bunch of iron like this. And then I'll break it down here with the old pickaxe of the core. You got a call from a diet director. Oh dear. If you fall in the pit, if you fall into the arse, what happens? You fall to the next floor down, and his health resets. Oh dear. You know what I'm reminded of is the final fight with was it Calamity Ganon from what is it called? Breath of the Wild. Holy shit, that took a while. What I really like about that fight is how you can do the divine beasts to, like, you do them all to like half his life, but that's not required or anything. So like Zelda speedruns of that game are pretty amazing. It's like, it's basically do the tutorial and then use glitches to immediately sprint over and do the boss fight. It's pretty crazy. You know, for actually a little bit there, I was actually practicing some of the techniques for getting into Breath of the Wild speedrunning. I was trying to practice some of the techniques, but none of the stream members seemed particularly interested. But in the prospect of me speedrunning Breath of the Wild, so I just kind of gave it up. I guess that's probably a little bit naive of me. I could have just kept going, I guess, and built the audience from there. But anyway, let's take this over to the old infernal furnace here. See, this is why, you know, like the whole phone call thing, this is why I'm not recording today. Instead, I'm just streaming. The recordings are a little bit more formal, and you don't want to have a recording on YouTube have, like, sound effects, like phone sounds and stuff like that in it. Because that's, like, unprofessional, and I would like it if my YouTube videos could still be watchable in, like, 10 or so years' time, right? Like, taking a YouTube sponsorship, all these channels that do it, getting, like, how many of those companies that are getting sponsorships do you think are going to be around in 10 years? Like, do you think you're still going to be able to buy NordVPN in 10 years' time? Why can't I? There we go. My left click is broken. I should have done the nuggets first here. Let's see. Yeah, because we've got like an extra block here now. So that's a pretty decent amount of iron. Now the important thing to do now is not forget to take your minecart back into the base. Okay, this is not nearly as bad. I can keep dropping down from the series of pots to get fairies. Those fairies respawn. Okay, well I wish you the best of luck with that. Oh, whoops. Let's put the armor back on here. Yeah, so when you do that, of course, you can take your armor off and let all your tools repair as well if they have mending on them. Really cool. Yeah, so we needed all this iron to... Oh, whoops. We needed this iron to make our compasses with, because we're going to need a lot of them. Well, let's see. So you're going to need 4, plus 3, plus 2, plus 1. That's 10. You know how I worked that out? Bowling. Because you've got 1 pin at the front, and then you've got 4 at the back. Has anybody ever here... Who here has bowled before? Have you guys ever gone bowling? It's actually pretty fun if you do it with people you know. Or even if there's like a bowling club that you can go to in your area. I don't know, I'm just throwing things out there, but yeah, I've gone bowling with co-workers before. Where it's like it was like a staff party sort of thing. It's not like a bunch of us were like, hey, let's go bowling today. It was more like a sort of a planned, let's go bowling sort of thing with work, just to, with the workmates to, or co-workers, I guess, to let off steam. You know, team building sort of thing. You killed him, nice. Meanwhile, back in the stream. Let's get some paper here. So we need, let's see, I've got 16 maps here. I made too many. Shit, I was talking about bowling and I forgot. Shit. It's fine. Yeah, this is going to give us more than enough paper here, I think. Yeah, way more than enough. Okay. Well, yeah, let's do this. So we wanted 10. Do these stack? They do. That's good. I was a bit worried about that for a sec. Well, I'm glad to see they do stack. Let's put the spare paper away. Rare earths. Oh, I forgot to put the rare earths away. So I've got the maps. We just need... What was the other item? Enchanted books. Yeah, okay. Alley-oop. Yeah, let's just put these spare things away here. And then we'll get down to the infusion altar. Let's put our jars away. Put the rare earths away and these spare compasses that I don't need now. I'll bet you I've got one. Yeah, I've got a spare compass right here. Probably so that I could work out where the spawn point was. Yeah, the world spawn is off in that direction. Compasses, that's one of these items that's been in the game for like yonks. Just forever. And the clock too. I don't know what it is about clocks. I like knowing what the time is in the game at just a glance. Which actually kind of makes sense in Thaumcraft 6. Because you need to use the moon for like celestial notes and stuff. So yeah, like actually knowing the time in game does make a lot of sense. Yeah, so we've got everything we need now. We just need the enchanted books. Well, I've got a lot of junk enchanted books over here that I acquired through fishing. That I've just been slowly working my way through here. Like Protection 2. And Breaking 3 is actually pretty dope. Bane of Arthropods. I mean, I guess we'll take that. Sharpness, yeah. Knockback. Knockback 2 is not too bad, but I'll keep that. Curse of Binding. I mean, kind of a fun prank in PvP, but not really something that I want to use here in single player. But you can actually make these books, can you? So they're kind of a nice collector piece, I guess. Fire Aspect, Thorns. Yeah, definitely not going to use Thorns. Luck of the Sea. Well, yeah, I've already got a super fishing rod, so I don't need to worry about that. Not going to use any of the different kinds of protection. We'll get started with this. I need to get some pickaxes together too. Let's see. So we want to have... I'm going to make 4 diamond pickaxes. Let's put these away. Okay. Oh, I guess I need some more sticks here. Okay. Zoop. Now, what I should actually do at this point is probably make a backup of the world, just in case we get warping on any of these tools. Pendant of Wisdom, or like Pendant of Stubbornness. Okay, I don't understand that. But anyways, let's get back over here to the infusion altar. And yeah, let's, you know, get a scan of the moon. For some reason, I just thought of that song, Bark at the Moon by Ozzy Osbourne. Bark at the moon. Waning gibbous. Okay. Man, this inventory is pretty chaka. Wait, I haven't scanned this. Oh, okay. Oh, wait, you can scan the individual books. Okay. The individual enchantments. The more you know. I didn't realize that. But alright. Yeah, so I want to make a quick little backup of the world here before going too much further. So I'm just going to save the world there. Let's get the display capture going. Let's go to open folder. Please do not show Pornhub. Oh shit. Okay, now the thing opens over here. Just go copy saves. Copy this save. Let's see. Just make a new folder for it. So it's the 8th today. Before sounding experiment. Paste. Yeah, so this is just to... So we're basically save scumming here. This is just to prevent us from having any warping on our tools. Not that I'm expecting to get warping here, but we'll see. Oh, I should probably turn off display capture. That's gonna give us some better frames here. A better word would be insanity, because the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. That is true. You calling me insane, Kuroko? Anyway. Let's get these over here. I guess we'll put our sensus over here. Let's just have the Ingis right behind it. Doesn't really matter too much. Okay. This should be as good to go here. Actually, I would like to drain it out of these jars here, if at all possible. So we'll use these two first. Oh, I need my caster's gauntlet as well. Thank you. Alrighty. Let's do this thing. Okay. 40 and 60. Yeah, I want to be able to see what Essentias it wants. Like, how much of them, specifically. Okay, looks like that worked without a hitch. Now, which one's which? There we go. So this one's got sounding. Cool. Now, let's see. Yep, that's the one. Let's toss that in there again. Let's get another enchantment going. Okay. So we're down to 190, 210. Let me just make a note of that here. So what was that? 210 census. 190 Ignis. So we'll be able to use this data to be able to work out the percentage that an increased rank costs. 120. Okay, yeah, so we do have enough Essentia. Let's just keep an eye on that instability rating here. Let's see, so we got down to 130, so that used, what is that, 80 census? I love the graphic that it has for the Essentia going into the infuser. I think that's so cool. It's like, I remember when I first saw Infusion during my TC4 playthrough, I was just amazed. Okay, no warping still. But yeah, I want to check the, let's see, so we went from 190 Ignis down to 70, so yeah, that's the 120 that we saw. And then we went from 210 census down to 130. Let me see, so that's like 120 Ignis. And then this was... My brain's having a slightly harder time with that one. But I think it's 80, isn't it? Yeah. So that's 80. So what happened in terms of the amount of Essentia required here? Let's compare those numbers with what we see in the con here for a rank 1 infusion. So it's double. So the Essentia actually doubled. I wish you would say that. It just says it's increased. Like, the keyword here is increased in the con, right? But it should say the Essentia cost doubles per rank, not increase. Like, increase makes me think, 50% or 33 as the number is denoted here. I didn't realize it was actually double. That's quite significant. So that means that the next level, Sounding 3, should cost 160 census. I should bring some should bring some, like, Essentia tubes and jar labels and things with me. But okay, yeah, so the next Sensu's cost is going to be, like, 160. And then the Ignis is going to be 240. By that reckoning. So I'm going to need one of these. Yeah. Hold on, what's this? They want the money. I paid them in March, and they put in the wrong account. Well, they put it in the wrong account? Well, then surely that's their fault. You shouldn't have to do anything, Myro. If they get you to pay again, just sue the bastards, right? It's America. It's the land of the free and the home of the brave. Yeah, but like, if they can't find the money, then that's their own damn fault. Okay, so by my reckoning, this next one should be 100. What was it? 160 sensus, 240 Ignis. Let's see if that holds true here. No, it's 120, 180. Wait. Why is it? Okay, it's gone to stable. That's slightly concerning. It like took a second to find the jars there or something. What's that say? So what's 188? Yeah, so 180 in use. Okay, so it's actually, so it was double and then not. Okay, went back to very stable. Okay, that's good. Everything going smooth. Yeah, so it's actually not as much as I was expecting. So, yeah, well, let's do the maths on this. Let's see. Yes, we've got sounding 3 here. Okay, cool. Yeah, so we went from 250 down to 70. Let me just write something to its double cost here. We went from 250 down to 70. So it's, what was that, 180? No, that can't. Brain. Okay, time for the calculator. My brain is fizzling out here. 180. Right. So that was 180 in use versus 120 before, so it was 60 extra. Okay, I think it was 60 before, and then so the sensus was 250. That went down to 130 here. Which is, what? 250 minus 130. 120. Man, I needed a calculator for that. That's a little embarrassing. Don't tell anybody. Let's see. And yeah, so that went up by 40. So hold on. So it's not double. Well, this one was like a third extra Essentia. I think the way that it works, right, so yeah, it went from, so the first rank was 60 in use. The second one was 120. The third one was 180. Okay, so I know the pattern now. So for each rank, it needs this much Essentia, right? So sounding 1 is 60, sounding 2's 120, sounding 3 is 180. So sounding 4 is going to be 240. And yes, okay. Okay. So and then Sensu's is going to be, well, 40 times 4, which is 160. Right. Okay. 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 We actually, just going to take a quick little pit stop and get these Essentia jars filled up here, so I'm going to swing by the old wizard tower here. Grab some jar labels, Essentia tubes, and we'll consolidate our Essentia. We'll just bring the whole thing. Let's get a few labels, you never know. Okay. Well, these are finished. They would have finished quite some time ago. Uh-oh, my inventory is full. Oh dear. Well, we are going to have to put down these jars at some point anyway, so let's do that. You know, I could probably, like, double whammy this. Let's just get all the sensus down. There we go. Boop. Let's take that label off. I should just be able to link these three together and they'll all drain into here. Well, this one will fill up, and then the Essentia will drain out into these other two. Well, we'll let this one fill up first, and I guess while that's happening, let's get the Ignis going as well. So by separating it by a block of air, we've got like a completely different ecosystem over here. Right, so this one's full. Okay. I'm gonna stick a label here. That'll pull the Essentia out of here. Well, actually, this jar is less full, so I'm gonna drain it all into this one actually, because that'll take less time. Well, I actually don't think we have enough Ignis Essentia. No, we're gonna need to burn down some more. And that's everything in here now. Okay. I need an empty hand to work with jar labels. Right. Let's see. Yeah, so we've got a full jar of this, but not a full jar of this. Okay, yeah, we definitely need more Ignis. We don't have enough Ignis Essentia. We do have enough Sensus though. So we should probably burn down like another stack of coal. It's probably going to be fine, I would say. Yeah, just kind of not working with that much inventory space here, but it's kind of my own doing. Let's put this guy over here. Just don't want to confuse that pickaxe with the others. If I can make it a little easier on myself, that'd be great. Oh, I haven't scanned labels. I didn't realize that. Okay, well, I have now. Alrighty. Let's put those away. Yeah, I want to get these research notes put away too. I guess I'll keep this sensus with me, not that I expect to use it. Actually, let's just put that there. We only need the 1 jar of this, that's fine. Now the yin-years, yeah, we want to burn down like another stack of this, so let's go get some coal. Let's make like a stack of coal here. Alright. Get some alumentum. Bish bash bosh. In you go. Cool. So, while that's happening, let's go put these research notes away. And this is only really like, this is only the first pickaxe actually. I guess a different way you could have done this experiment is by taking the pickaxe and taking like a sounding 1-1, then using it for a little bit, then putting sounding 2 on it and then using it again, then putting sounding 3 and using it again. But I want to do this for the YouTube channel, so it's a lot easier just to have all the different levels of sounding on hand, so that you can like demonstrate in like a short little clip at like the start of an episode or something. I think that's I think that it's more photogenic. It takes longer to set up and it's more expensive in terms of like the quote-unquote off-camera sort of stuff. But the end result works better in a demonstration medium such as on YouTube, where, you know, like in 5 years' time, who's going to care about the off-camera work, right? Is the thinking there. And there's like a freaking fly stuck with me in this room. God damn it, it's flying in front of the screen. I need to drink some water here. My throat's getting dry. Alright, let's see. You're just kind of waiting for this to burn down now. Gonna get these. Let's get this as well. Yeah. I just want to have like 3 jars of everything on hand for like demonstration purposes, but any extra essentia I've been storing in here. So we've already got a lot of spare potentia, but I feel like we'll need the potentia for getting the thermostatic harness eventually, because that ran on potentia essentia, so having spare of that ready to go is going to be awesome. I guess now in Minecraft 1.12 we'll be able to compare the thermostatic harness with the elytra and see which one's better. But I'll probably be leaning towards the thermostatic harness, just because that gives you like that creative mode style flying, whereas the elytra is more of a glider. I've never used an elytra before, so I'm definitely down to try it out, see what it's all about. Alright, there it goes. So that should probably, hopefully, be enough essentia for us. But elytra funto fly. Elytras are fun to fly. Yeah, I'll definitely need to get into the end at some point. Honestly, once I feel like I'm powerful enough. I don't feel like we're quite there yet. Like, literally armed to the teeth with protection 4. And sharpness 4 and power 5 bow. Not powerful enough. Yeah, no, yeah, I just want to get some of the cooler Thaumcraft items. Like, we've got a few, different foci that we can make for the Caster's Gauntlet here, too. That's what I wanted to do next episode, actually, is, do some more Oromancy stuff. I actually tried recording the next episode already here. If you guys follow me on Twitter, you'll have, already heard about this situation. But basically, well, I've got a clip where I instantly regret my life. I accidentally destroyed my pickaxe to the core because I didn't I didn't read the fine print, so to speak. Yeah, a spare bottle of Ignis would be great. Two spare bottles, even. That's a lot of the good stuff. Okay, that's completely drained now. That's this jar full. Wow. A lot of spare potentia. Alright. Well, what you gonna do? Need all the Ignis we can get. Guess we'll put down this one. Yes, it was 180 cost, so the final cost should be 240 here. But let's prepare for the event that 240 isn't enough. These are moderate instability infusions we're doing here, so there's always the possibility that it's going to cost a little bit more. Like, I think we're fine for Sensus, but yeah, let's put down that spare Ignis jar here, just in case things go south. Put the maps up the side. Let's get the pickaxe here. And luck of the C3. Why not? Bish bash bosh. Alright. 160, 240. That's exactly what I expected. Oh. Okay, no, there we go. It does see the labels, the jars. A little bit worried there for a second when it went from very stable to stable, but otherwise things are going swimmingly. Looks like it's back up to very stable. Oh, it's jumping around. Hello. Looks like we're good. How far back can you see this very stable thing? Basically as soon as the block is highlit. Okay. Yeah, I just want to be able to see all the things that are burning down here. Okay. Looks like everything's going swimmingly now. I feel like the rain might be messing with the infusion a little bit. Oh. Perfect timing! Let's scan the moon here. Got a third quarter. You have to look over here, because that's where it actually is. The resource pack that we're using puts the moon, like, on the side like this, as opposed to going straight up and down like it's supposed to. We shouldn't dig into the second jar, but I've got it there just in case. last little bits of Essentia, and we're good. Okay. Very nice. That is a sounding for diamond pickaxe ready for demonstration in the next video. Okay. You know, I have a sneaking suspicion that the altar might have some sort of memory. Like it knows where... it remembers where Essentia jars were. So because I keep moving them around, I feel like it's having to do some mental gymnastics, be like, wait, that Essentia wasn't where I was expecting it, bird. What the hell, man? We want to have our inventory like that. So that's the first pickaxe down. Oh, I said I was going to take a break, didn't I? Yeah, I need to take a, gonna take a quick stream break here. I should probably just finish the stream there, to be honest. I need to get going. I've got some work-related stuff to do. Got some phone calls to make. Yeah, we've had some fun today, haven't we? Actually managed to not open a flux rift. Let's just quickly check how the what the flux situation is like up there. Oh no, there is a flux rift. Oh shit. Okay, never mind. There is a flux rift. Okay, whereabouts is it? Looks like it's on the surface here. Oh god. We got another one, boys, but I mean it was of course eventually gonna happen here. Yeah, so that happened because we're playing around with flux too much here. All the flux that was in this chunk has converted into this flux rift, which will eventually explode, unleashing a bunch of taint. But we'll hopefully mop that up in time here. Thanks everybody for watching today's episode, today's stream of Thaumcraft 6. Thank y'all for watching. I'll catch y'all very, very soon.